Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So I'm going to try to make this video short, sweet, and to the point. I'm just going to jump right in. A couple things I want to touch bases on. First thing I want to talk about is why cars and coffees are better than actual car shows. Now, I went to many car shows in the past, and I've enjoyed them. They're fun. You go in, you pay your money. They usually have a spot for you to park. You hang out all day, people come by, you get to talk to them, and that's always fun. And you might win a trophy or a plaque or something like that. You usually get a goodie bag or what have you, and then you go home at the end of the day. Nothing wrong with that, but I really don't, and I know people are going to call me cheap for this, but I really don't like paying money to enter into a car show. To me, that's just no fun. I mean, even though it's like 20 or 30 bucks, it's not a big deal. I just don't want to do that, to pay to park my car and hang out all day and feel like I've got to be there from, like 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. or whatever. I just don't really enjoy that. Also, most of the time, car shows, they're pretty much like one genre or era, or there's like cutoffs or what have you. And I don't know, I really don't like that. I like seeing a variety and things like that. So for me, I like cars and coffees. Cars and coffees are usually held like in a parking lot of some shopping center or what have you. So that makes it nice and convenient. You show up when you want to show up, you leave when you want to leave, you hang out as long as you want to hang out. You can park wherever you want to park, and talk to people, enjoy the camaraderie and everything like that. Also, you get to see a number of different vehicles. It's not just one specific type of vehicle. I mean, you could see a rat rod parked next to a $500,000 Lamborghini. So to me, that's kind of cool. I enjoy cars and coffee, and if you go to them, or if you're just going as a spectator or what have you, they're in a shopping center. So if you've got shopping to do, hey, great. It's right there at Target or whatever. You can go out, look at the cars, take your time, go into Target, do your shopping, come back out, maybe see some different vehicles and cruise through and everything like that, and then leave. So my vote is always for cars and coffees. I like them. As a matter of fact, my wife and I have been doing a couple of them here lately. We've been doing them at a little spot here in Turlock. Just had one last weekend, huge success. Many, many thanks to all the people who came out. We had about 30 cars. Nice group, nice size group, not too big, not too small. Like to see it get a little bit bigger, and I think it will as time goes by. More people, word of mouth, that type of thing. Also plan on doing some cars and coffees here this year. Definitely going to do at least 2, maybe more than that. But I definitely want to open the home and open everything up so people can come and hang out and bring their vehicles and just hang out and talk cars. And like I said, for me, it doesn't matter what kind of vehicle you have, or even if you don't have a vehicle, you just got to have the love, the enthusiasm, and that's, to me, is what it's all about. All right, so second part of the video, as you guys I'm sure know if you follow the channel, I have a first generation Viper. It's a 1995, and something I learned about these cars just actually yesterday, because I went to start this thing up to take it to the Cars and Coffee, and it wouldn't start. Battery was pretty much dead. So I put the jumper box on it, let it sit for a few minutes, got the battery up, good enough to start, went to start it, and it would not run for me. It just absolutely knew it would not run for me, and didn't realize that this thing has an alarm system on it. And I guess the alarm system basically activates whenever the battery dies, and so it will not let you start your vehicle. And luckily I've got a little key fob that I locked it and unlocked it, and that seemed to work. Car started just fine after that, ran just fine after that. And who knew? Who knew? I'm told that a lot of people actually end up bypassing the alarm systems, and I'm kind of thinking I would like to do that too, because I don't really think it's necessary. I'm not going to take my car anywhere where I have to worry about it being stolen or anybody taking it or anything like that. To me, it's more of a hassle than it's worth, and you got to hope that your key fob has batteries, which I did order extra batteries for my key fob just in case. But yeah, just a little tidbit on first generation Vipers, such as this. You guys do have an alarm system on. If your battery dies, you'll probably have to reset the alarm in order to start the car. All right, for the last little bit of video, this last part of the video, yeah, the last part of the video, that's it. I'm over here at the workshop, and why? Well, I got a little update on the Camaro behind me. You guys see the beautiful Camaro, shining, looking really, really good, and guess what? It runs. It actually runs. Eddie finally got it. I do believe it was the fuel injection system that just wasn't working. I don't know if it's just it wasn't working with this motor, or if it was the ECU or what, but went back to carburation and it seems to start, seems to run good. It is a bit cold-blooded, but I actually got to drive it the other day. I put about 5 or 6 miles on it, which is the most miles I've been able to put on it in the 5 months that I've owned it, and I'll tell you, the car rips. It's great. It felt great. Under full throttle, half throttle, mid throttle, low throttle, whatever, it seemed to run really, really good. The only reason it's still over here right now is because Eddie's got to do the speedometer and get that all calibrated in, and once that's done, it's going to come back to the shop. I got to take it down for a couple little interior detail things that I want to do. It's just my personal taste on it, and I want to get the back window tinted, and then that car is done. That car is ready. As a matter of fact, I anticipate the next video should be on that car. Now, I say I anticipate that because let's face it, things can happen, things can go wrong, but I'm going to try. I'm really excited about it. I mean, this was last week, he got it running, and I'm still incredibly stoked about it. I did end up selling the fuel injection system that came off of it. I sold it really cheap. I let it go very, very cheap. I had a ton of people that were interested in it and told them what was going on and everything like that. A guy that bought it, he wants to put it on a 400 Pontiac motor. It's not too pumped up, it doesn't sound like, or what have you. So it might work on that motor, it might be better suited for that motor, but if not, fast fuel injection will take care of the ECU. Someone I talked to when we were going through all this said that they would take care of it. So he can do that. I even told him if he wanted to sell it, he could probably make a couple $100 on it, because like I said, I sold it cheap, and I know he can make a couple bucks on it very easily. So I'm happy, everybody's happy, but there is some bad news. You guys will notice my 94 Firehawk is over here. See the rear wheel had been pulled off. You can see some fluid underneath the differential. So what happened here was I brought this car over for Eddie to do a couple of things. He had to jack up the back end, and he started playing with the axle, the wheels, and they were moving like in and out about an inch. Not good, definitely not good. So when he pulled it all apart, took the brake calipers apart and everything like that, and pulled the wheel off, he just actually slid this passenger side axle all the way out. Again, not good at all. The only thing that was holding this thing on was the brake calipers, keeping that axle on. So apparently the pin inside that connects it to the differential in there is gone. It wasn't even put in, I don't think, because Eddie couldn't find it anywhere in the differential at all. The driver's side is okay, but it's still a little loose. So he's got everything torn apart, gonna dig into that, get another pin, put it back together. At least it explains why I would hear a little bit of noise in the rear end. So now I know what that noise was. But you know, no big deal. Thank God it didn't come apart when the guy that I bought it off of was driving it over to me from the Bay Area, or me. I've taken a couple of spirited runs with it. Eddie's taken a couple of spirited runs with it. We've had it up to some pretty good speed, and luckily it did not come apart. So very thankful there. Should be an easy fix, shouldn't be too expensive, and this thing will be back on the road. There's a couple other things he's doing to it, but nothing major. And then this thing is looking great. It really, again, that paint just came out so nice, and looks so good, and it looks so good all black. And I don't even know if I ever showed you guys under the hood, but there it is, that stroked LT1, looking pretty. So yeah, good news, bad news. Overall, the good news is so much better than the bad news. I'm very happy, as a matter of fact. You know, like I said, Eddie got the Camaro running last week. I'm still stoked about it. So it makes things like this not such a big deal. That's about it. I'm going to end the video. I've really talked a lot longer than I wanted to. So as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my pertinent information will be in the description below. And as I said, if you haven't subscribed already, please help me out. Please spread the word on this channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Get your friends, family, anybody else to subscribe. I'm really trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. And we got like 10 months left. So let's make it happen, people. I really appreciate it. As always, God bless. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing day.